Hi, and welcome to Kudurru Stone. This is part 3 of the video giving you a brief overview of the Kudurru Stone application. We are next going to cover the scheduling. This is the weekly scheduler, again accessible from the scheduling drop down over here on the navigation, and you'll come to weekly scheduler full. This is where you can schedule both your field crews and your office people for the work for the entire week. And you can drag and drop from one day to the next and from one employee to the next. I'm going to go ahead and add a new scheduled item. I'm going to click on the Add New button, select the task, the work type, whether it's field or office, the date that they're supposed to do it. What is the anticipated time? I'm going to say I anticipate them to take 5 hours to complete this particular task. Select the employees. If you had multiple employees, you could select multiple ones. Add any notes specific to this scheduled item. And then whether it's time sensitive. And time sensitive would mean that you need to be at a specific place at a specific time. And so you could click on that. That way it just kind of gives the person who this is scheduled to a notification that, hey, they got to be at this particular project at a specific time, and you can add that into the notes. Any specificities. So you go ahead and click Save. This should then add it to your schedule, and it adds it right there. If you've made a mistake and you actually need to schedule it for the day previously, you can slide it back. If you need to edit it, you can click on the Edit button, and it brings the information up. You'll also notice that whenever you edit the scheduled item, it puts a marker on a map next to it showing you exactly where this project is at, and that's for both you and the field crews, or even office personnel if they're going out into the to a client's meeting or so on and so forth. But this shows where that project is at. This particular project happens to be in Pikes Peak, Colorado. So you click Save, and again, so the employees can open that up, and the map displays showing you where that project is located. If you had multiple projects in here for a particular day, it would show each of those projects if you clicked on this icon right there. So let's go ahead and add in a second scheduled project. And we'll make it for the 21st. We'll just do 2 anticipated hours, assign it to the demo user, and we'll click Save. Now we have 2 projects on there. If we click on the map icon and we zoom in, you'll see that there's a place marker there. And there's also a place marker over here. If we click on those, you'll notice that that's for project number 17001, and this one's for project 1700. And you can see now where your field personnel are going to be. They're going to be over here, and then they're going to have to go way over here. So they're probably got a problem with your scheduling, because that's quite a distance to travel in one day, and then do the work in addition. So now you can revise your scheduling as needed. But this gives you an idea of where your crew people are going to be at, and each crew person would be a different color, so you can see exactly where they're going to be at within the huge map. Again, the 2 projects are there. If it's faded, that technically actually means that the task has already been completed, and so therefore it's been marked completed, which you can do that right from the scheduler. Mark this task as complete, and so it'll be grayed out so that you know that that's been completed. Over here, there's this particular person has been scheduled for 7 hours this week, 5 for this task, and 2 for this task. You also notice that hours to date, that means that this person has already added in 5 hours for this particular task for this week. So then you can compare how the employee is doing with regards to how many hours they've been scheduled and how many hours they've been entered in. They've actually added into their employee time. Weekly scheduler individual, that's very similar to the total weekly schedule full. It's just that it's for the current user, so they can kind of see, and this is showing how many hours they've entered for these tasks, not anticipated, because if this is the crew person, you don't want them to potentially know how many hours you're thinking they're going to spend on a project. This is only showing how many hours they've spent so that they have an idea of what they've done. Daily scheduler individual, again, this is just showing how many, the daily for the particular day. So if they can bring this up on their phone and see a nice layout for their phone, because they're only interested in the current day. Again, they can click on the mapping and it'll map that scheduler for them so that they know where they need to go next.